right, welcome to Monday Mukbang. Monday Mukbang.
Monday Mukbang.
Yeah.
Today we are eating frozen vegan pizza. I have the Dea Deliciously Dairy-Free Cheese Lovers pizza. And then these guys are both eating Amy's.
Amy's made,
Roasted vegetable pizza, no cheese.
yeah, it has red onions, peppers, and mushrooms.
So there's my pizza. I think you can already see that in the picture. So
Here's ours, sort of. Put it
I don't
beside
think
it.
I've tried this Dea pizza. I don't know. I have to go back and look at our pizza taste test video. So we might have tried this one. I can't remember.
I'm gonna do a disclaimer. I'm not a big fan of frozen pizza. No matter whether it's vegan or not, I am not a big fan of vegan pizza. This at first bite, this doesn't taste actually that bad.
Well, it has no tomato sauce.
Oh, no, what's the sauce now?
According to that, it's
Olive oil? Vinegar?
balsamic vinegar.
Oh,
Okay.
it actually doesn't taste that bad.
This isn't too bad. I'm not typically a big fan of the Dea cheese. There's other vegan cheeses that I prefer. But this one's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely a little bit misleading. If you look at the picture on the box, that cheese looks really melty. And then there's my pizza. Not super melty.
Wow.
So,
Maybe
that doesn't taste too bad.
maybe it's convection oven would help it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's,
So,
it's kind of sweet.
It is.
It's good.
well, what's giving it sweetness?
Probably that sauce.
Sugar. There's
Probably
actually
sauce.
sugar in this.
Oh.
So, our topic for today, before me and my father finish off our pizzas, basically, is a vacation, which we're going to in about.
Our favorite vacation.
Oh, I thought it was just vacation in general.
Yeah, I figured we'd talk about our favorite vacations.
Oh.
We're getting ready to go on vacation. We're going to go on vacation in a couple weeks. Have a lot of people here in the U.S. start to do is take vacations this summer. So we'll be going on vacation in a couple weeks.
We're going to.
We're going to South Carolina.
Woo-hoo.
So specifically, we're going to Myrtle Beach.
Which is my father and mother's favorite state.
We like to go to Myrtle Beach.
You would live there.
Yeah.
Yes, wood.
Yeah, we've considered moving to Myrtle Beach. Or to South Carolina. So,
Okay.
anybody who's from South Carolina, hey, hi, how are ya? We've definitely considered moving there. If we could find jobs, we probably would.
Yeah.
But this will be what, our second year in a row going to Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
In a row?
Yeah, we went to Myrtle Beach last year's first arc vacation. And then like 2 years before that, we were at Myrtle Beach.
I thought we went. Oh, I thought you meant in a row, like consistently every summer we did it.
No, 2 years, last year and this year.
But didn't you just say 7 years, or you said 2 years?
2.
Oh, all right.
So, I like the beach. When I was a kid, the one place that I remember going to vacation a lot was Wildwood, New Jersey. So if anybody's from New Jersey and you know where Wildwood is, Wildwood has like really, really long sand beach between the water and the boardwalk. There's a lot of space, a lot of sand there. So that's where I remember going as a kid. I also remember going to Myrtle Beach one year. I remember going to Virginia Beach. My mom really liked Virginia Beach. Occasionally we do other things, like we went to Williamsburg, Virginia. So I grew up here in Central PA. So a lot of my vacations were like up and down the East Coast.
Right.
We didn't go north very much, but we would go like anywhere from New Jersey down. And my mom was a big beach fan. So a lot of times I would go to the beach. But I remember going to like some different places in Virginia. One year, actually right after John and I met, was the only time I went to Disney World down in Florida. And that was 20 years ago next year. So, you okay?
Cool. It got just stuck in my throat.
Had to do the Heimlich.
Why aren't you eating your crust?
I like eating crust.
Neil's never been a fan of crusts. If you see the crusts on his plate down here.
Yeah. Usually, if there's like a sauce, I'll dip it in. But usually, I'm not a big fan of crust.
But since when John and I, when we first got married, we were very young. We got married. John was 25. I was 20. So we didn't have a lot of money. So unfortunately, Neil probably doesn't have as many vacations to talk about as some other people might, because we didn't really go on vacations until he was a little bit older, because we really just didn't have the means to do so. One vacation that I do remember we went on probably about 4 or 5 years ago, we went down to St. Petersburg, Florida, and we went in March, and I really liked that, although it ended up being cold. Now, St. Petersburg, Florida, apparently in March is usually in like the high 70s, low 80s. It just so happened that the year we went, it was like in the 60s that year.
Yeah.
And
the water was cold.
Yeah.
we could not get in the water. It was the only time I've ever been to the Gulf of Mexico, and we couldn't get in the water. It was too cold. But the hotel we were in had a really nice pool, and it was a heated pool. So we did go swimming in the pool like the whole time.
Yes.
But it was beautiful. It was beautiful down there.
The weather was beautiful.
So I'd like to go down there again. Actually, I'm thinking about maybe next year going down there again. I don't know. Neil's never been to Disney. That's another thing, is I'd like to take Neil and Nick to Disney, but again, that's kind of expensive though.
I would say that.
And I'm not a big. I've been to Disney probably the.
Oh, I've only been once.
I've been at least probably twice, maybe
I've never been.
thrice. I just. It's very much a tourist thing. I mean,
I don't think I would want to, like, I've always been on the fence about going to Disney, because in retrospect, like, everyone's been there once. You've always had one time you wanted to go to Disney, and you've been there, and you either have a really great time, or you have a really bad time. That I've heard.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody has a bad. Wait, who do you know that had a bad time at Disney?
You know, adults. They go down to Disney. It's hot. They have more. They complain a little bit more. It's hot. They have to stand in line. Yeah. I'm wanting to try your pizza.
This isn't too bad. I was worried this might not be very good, but it's actually not too bad.
Well, that's like really good.
I actually really like to eat this with some chips. I usually like to eat pizza with chips when I'm eating frozen pizza.
That's really good.
If I had some chips, this is actually pretty good.
Maybe it's just because of Daya's dough. I really like this.
Okay.
The one thing I don't like about frozen pizza, there's always it's always burnt. In some retrospect, I always find that it's burnt. And even for some reason, this maybe it's just a 1 day a piece, but it's
not crispy.
it's kind of floppy. And I like.
Oh yeah, it's thin crust.
And I like that it's kind of floppy. And the one I had is
It's gluten free, so it didn't rise.
the one I had. It was a little bit burnt, but it didn't take that much away from it. I thought mine was actually pretty good. It's surprising that I like the vegan frozen pizza a little bit more than regular frozen pizza.
So Neil, what was your favorite vacation?
Probably actually have to say the one we took last year, where we like had our own more spacious room, and it's right over the beach. I'd honestly have to say that was the best one that I've been to with them.
Yeah, last year we went to Myrtle Beach and we ended up getting renting a 2-bedroom condo that was not like right on the beach, but like one condo back from the beach. So we were pretty much overlooking the beach. We just weren't beachfront. And Neil and Nick got a room, and John and I got a room, so we had 2 bedrooms. And we had a full kitchen, which was actually really nice, because if you know anything about Myrtle Beach, there's like no vegan restaurants at all. But
We did find like a giant supermarket.
there wasn't giant. What's the supermarket down there? I forget, but they have everywhere has grocery stores. But
I don't think it was a Piggly Wiggly.
no, because we had a full kitchen. We actually, we ate some Gardein stuff when we were down there, because we were able to cook for ourselves. So what we tried to do is, because we spent a little bit more on the hotel last year, the accommodations, the condo, we ate at home for breakfast and lunch, then we would go out to eat for dinner. So we weren't eating all of our meals out last year.
Yeah.
And I what's the one restaurant we went to? It was one was right near the hotel. It was some kind of I don't know what it was. It was like a pub kind of situation. It was like outdoors and stuff.
Okay, you want one?
I forget. But I would have to say that's the one I can remember. I'm only remembering like 3 vacations that we took. Out of the 3, that's the one of my favorite.
Well, last year we did Myrtle Beach. The year before that we did Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I know we did
how are
Florida
you?
the one time.
We did. We went down to Williamsburg once with my parents, with your grandparents. That was another one. We've been to Busch Gardens in Virginia, if you're familiar with that one. It's like the European version. We've also been, when we went down to St. Petersburg, we went to the Busch Gardens, Tampa. Not Tampa, is it Tampa? Yeah.
And that was more like...
And that was more of like the African safari type style.
I mean,
we like to go to like parks and stuff, but we also like to have just like the quiet. Like last year we went during a soccer tournament.
It was the Euro Cup.
Euro Cup.
It was not the World Cup, it was the Euro Cup.
And
because it was only European countries.
You know, yeah. So I spent the time writing some fiction, and these guys were watching soccer the whole week. So, and Nick got to go to the pool. Nick loves vacations. We probably should have saved this topic to one that was Nick was in, but he doesn't like pizza. Yeah. He doesn't like any pizza. He just won't eat pizza.
Which I don't know why, because it's his favorite 3 things: cheese, sauce, and
bread.
Bread. The only thing he doesn't like is the fact that it's melted cheese.
So Nick doesn't eat pizza.
But yeah, I'd have to.
What are your favorite vacations?
Yeah,
Neil gave a disclaimer, and I guess I should too. Vacation is not my favorite state of being. I find that vacations are problematic. And normally, at some point or another, a problem will occur, and somebody will have to solve it.
Says Mr. I like to solve problems.
So,
John gets cranky on vacations.
I do.
He does.
I do get very cranky.
I
And
love him.
ironically, last year's vacation was probably my most favorite vacation because I was very comfortable because I've been to South Carolina now. We've been down there
A couple times, yeah.
3 times. Or this will be our 3rd time. I know where things are. We're going to be staying in the same place that we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I like the... Wednesday. Sorry. I like staying in the same place a lot because I know where things are at.
Well,
I know what I can expect. I will be honest with you. I think next year I'm going to vote to go back to... if I have a vote, go back to Busch Gardens, Virginia. And then... because there was a restaurant down there that was delicious. So...
Do you remember the restaurant?
John wants to go to Williamsburg just to go to a restaurant.
What restaurant?
Because I'm a foodie.
Yeah. So John wants to go to Williamsburg specifically for a restaurant.
Yep. I do. We got to meet them.
I have some.
Oh, now I remember. Cause yeah, okay. I
The
remember.
waiter was the one who there was an item on the menu that was named after the waiter.
Yeah.
Yes, and he.
Wasn't it Sunny?
I don't.
I don't remember.
Maybe.
It was it was delicious.
Does anybody want this last piece of pizza?
I'll take it.
All right, Neil's got
You
it.
want me to cut it in half? You
Nope.
guys sure? Okay.
Neil can have her.
But to go off with what Dad said with last year's, I think it was also because we've stayed in hotel rooms a lot during vacations, and to officially like have a place to just go back to and more of call and give a place like that more of like it's our home. I think also brought another level of more like
Comfort.
Last year was the first time we had a hotel room where we had 2 bedrooms.
And also we like we've stayed there every single day.
So yeah, last year was nice. We're going to be going to Myrtle Beach again this year. I personally really like just hanging out on the beach. The parks, I can do. I don't mind doing parks. I like doing new things though. If I'm not just hanging out on the beach, I like doing new things. And I've been to Williamsburg Busch Gardens several times. I've been to Colonial Williamsburg several times. I've been to I've now been to, we live in the Central PA area. We've been to Hershey Park numerous times. So, maybe next year, this year we're going to Myrtle Beach. Next year I'm considering at least. I'm considering Disney World because the kids have never been to Disney World, and Neil will be 18 next year. Excuse me. So I'm considering going to Disney World. John's always wanted to go to Texas, and he's never been to the state of Texas. So I'm considering maybe Texas next year.
We're also going. Don't let her fool you. We're also going to Niagara Falls
this year.
Well, there's a plan. Wait, really?
Your dad and I are. You're not going.
Yeah, you're out.
Yeah, I would say probably a state I would like to go and see would probably be either Texas or.
I'd like to go back to Maine. I love Maine.
I know. I don't know.
We went to Maine a couple years ago.
I don't know if parents agree. Like California. I would like to at least experience California like once.
I've been to California a couple times.
Like not like.
But I went on business. I didn't go on for fun.
Yeah, just to like
You got to do some fun stuff.
experience it a little. It was just like, I don't know, just experience what it's like to be in either Texas or California. I think one of those two states would be vacation areas. I would go and like experience what it's like to live there for a little bit.
Next year Neil graduates high school, and I told him that we could either go to like England for a week, or we could do like a 2-week tour of the U.S. And I think he said England. I don't know if that's still your decision, but
I would go. Yeah.
I would really like to take, like, my in-laws, John's parents, a couple years ago, took, 3 or 4 weeks?
Yes.
And they drove the whole way to California, and then they drove the whole way back, and they took their time, and they saw sightseeing, and they saw historical monuments, and they saw, they saw the U.S. I mean, not as in-depth as if you were going to take, like, months to do it.
Right.
But it was like 3.5 weeks that they were gone, and they saw, I don't know that they went to every single state, because they definitely didn't go to New England.
No.
I don't think they went as north on the West Coast as like Oregon or Washington.
No.
But they did go to California. They went to Utah because he has an aunt in Utah and an uncle in California. So they did that. I thought that was really neat. I would really, really love to do that one of these days. Is just go across the whole country. I'd also like to make it to Canada. We are going to Niagara Falls. We're going to be going to the Canadian side of Niagara Falls in September. Never been there. I've actually never, I'm in my late 30s. I've never stepped foot outside of the U.S. I've never stepped foot on soil outside the U.S. Neil's been to Europe. I'm surprised that didn't fall in your top vacations.
Well, I wasn't counting as a vacation because I thought we were just talking like family-wise.
Okay.
But if I were to pick a vacation, I actually would probably, well, no. I feel like
Neil went to France and England last year. France for 7 days, and England for 2, with school.
And I'd have to say I enjoy the sightseeing I saw in France. But the main part of that trip that I really wanted to go to was England, and because I've always wanted to experience England. France, I was like, okay, it'll be a fine trip, but. And that's why I want to take a week to go to England, because I liked that. Even if it was just 2 days, I experienced a lot in England and I really enjoyed it. With France, there's a lot more of maybe it was just because of more sightseeing oriented, but it seemed like France was a lot more just.
Well, the way they did your trip, your France part of your trip was like booked. You were seeing this site and this site and this site and this site.
Yeah.
And England, it was like, oh, we're gonna go hang out on this street shopping for a day.
Yeah, and it was
so it was less structured.
And I think maybe that's why I enjoyed England a little bit more, because they were a lot more laid back when we went to England, and you got to experience a little bit more of the people. Yeah, and I don't think I met a single really like mean person in England. France, I could tell you, there's like a little more sour faces, but.
I'm sorry to anyone who's in France who's watching us. I've never been to France. I would love to go to France.
There were some really amazing French people. They were.
But anyway, you've been out the U.S. before, right?
Has he?
No. So John and I going to the Poconos, or I'm sorry, Niagara Falls this fall. Yeah. The Niagara Falls.
We could stop at the Poconos.
We're going to Niagara Falls this fall. This is the first time either one of us are going out of the country.
I would like to go to Ireland.
I would like to go to Ireland too. There's a lot of places I'd like to see before I can't travel. I'd like to go to many of the European countries. I want to see every state in the U.S. I haven't seen every state yet. I've seen probably at least a quarter of them. Probably closer to a third of them. Because I've been all up and down the East Coast. I've been to Kentucky, Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama. I've been to Texas. I've been to Colorado.
You want to go to Alaska?
I might actually have been closer to half than a third, now that I'm thinking about it.
Do you really want to go to Alaska?
I would like to go to Alaska, yes. I would really like to go to Alaska. I'd love to go to Hawaii. I'd love to go to VI. I would love to go to... I want to travel. If you haven't figured it out, I'm the traveler. I love to travel. He wants to stay home. But I want to go see everything. I want to go to South America. One woman I work with, she's even been to Antarctica. She went on a boat tour of Antarctica and she said it was amazing. So I would love to do that. If I had the money, if I had the funding and the time available, I would be everywhere. Australia, I'd love to go to Australia, New Zealand. John and I have actually talked about moving to New Zealand. We've never actually even visited, but we've talked about just up and moving to New Zealand. She's over here.
Wow.
But I like change, and I love to visit places and do different things and experience new experiences. So that's a little bit where John and I are quite different.
Cross paths.
Quite different, yeah. So
yeah,
you gave Buttercup a piece of thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
She ran off. She didn't eat it.
okay. So anyway, what?
All right, good.
I think that about wraps this up. That's what I was gonna go with. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I would love to hear your ideas in the comment section down below. Where is your favorite vacation spot? Where do you like to vacation? Do you have any ideas for us going on vacations? Because I'm always open to new ideas. He likes to go to the same place, which is part of the reason why we're doing Myrtle Beach again this year. But I would like to go. I'm thinking maybe Galveston, Texas, maybe. Disney World. I've been to California, but only on business, so I've really only ever been to like San Diego. I went for a couple of conferences in San Diego. I'd love to go to the Northwest. I've been to Oregon. I've never been to Washington. So like I said, I think I've been, maybe when I count all the business trips I've done, I've probably been to about half the states.
Yeah.
I've even been to Missouri. I went to Missouri once.
You went to Oklahoma too?
No, that's one I have not been to.
Weren't you in Oklahoma City?
No, I was in no.
Oh, you were in Missouri.
I was in Missouri.
Yeah, that's right.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little confused.
Yeah, because we didn't go to the Kansas side. We just went to Kansas City, Missouri. Anyway. I think that about wraps up our discussion on vacations. These guys ate their pizza. I looked at the time on our viewfinder here. I think in 6 minutes.
We'll probably have this again.
Good pizza.
We'll probably have this kind of topic, and so Nikki can at least give a little bit of.
Maybe later in the summer after we come back from vacation, or maybe after we come back from
do a follow
Niagara Falls or something. We'll
do a follow.
We'll come back and talk about going out of the U.S. So, but I've never been. I'm looking forward to that very much so. So, anyway, thank you for watching On Easy Vegan. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit that red subscribe button. We do post 3 videos a week. We do our Monday Mukbangs, which you're watching right now, our Tuesday Taste Test videos, and our Wednesday What I Ate in a Days. So, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. And if you would like to join in the conversation, we would love to read your comments down below. So let us know your favorite vacation spot, or let us know where we should go on vacation. I just have to convince this guy right here. Anyway, thanks for watching On Easy Vegan. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.